Hello, as you all know, I'm Lady V. Thanks for taking the time to tune in. Today, my topic and question of the day is about drugs. Why do we do drugs? How many people has done drugs? Are you willing to let out the bag about your drug habit or any types of drugs that you've done? How do you think it makes you feel? I want to know because this is something serious. I've been on drugs before. I've done a little bit of everything, that wasn't good for me. And I'm sure it's others out there who has too. But my thing is when I did drugs, I was going through trials and tribulations within my life. And I thought drugs would be my way out. It's like you have no one there for you, no support, no uplifting words, no encouragement, no motivation, no nothing. So I went to drugs. And going to drugs, I felt like they supported me. They understood me. When I was on them, it felt like I was like on top of the world. I was the number one person, and I'm sure I'm not the only one who feels this way. I'm sure I'm not, the only person in the world that has done drugs. It's others out there who has done drugs, but who's willing to talk about it? Who's really willing to speak on the topic? Who's willing to give their testimony for someone else out there can hear it and see it and know that it is so serious. Drugs is one of the hardest addictions to fight, to get over. And through my trial, I tried street drugs, and it didn't make me better. It made me worse. It made me do things that I didn't want to do. It made me, distant from my children, distant from my friends. It separated me from life. And I sat back and I analyzed, is this for me? Should I be carrying myself like this if I want others to believe in me, if I want others to understand me? Is this something that I should be putting myself in? Those are all the things that you think about while you're on drugs, while you're out there living your best life, as you would say. But in naturality, you feel like a piece of crap. You don't feel like the same person. You're not the same person when you're on drugs, and when you're on them, it's like you just on top of the world and you control and run everything. But the moment you're off or coming down off that high, you're angry, you're bitter. All the problems that you thought you were running from are all right back on top of you. And I'm here to be like, you don't have to do drugs. You don't have to carry yourself in such manners. Everybody has their walks of life, and some people in life are going to go down that path. But that's where support comes in. You don't talk about your family. You don't talk about your friends. You don't dog them because they have a drug addiction or they're battling a disease, because in naturality, to me, that is a disease that they're fighting. Some want to quit. Some just can't right now. Some have the ability. Some don't have the ability. Some have the strength. Some don't have the strength. And the ones that are on drugs and still live day to day and get up and go to work and, presume to their normal schedule, I salute to you. But it will come to a time in your life that eventually you're going to go back down that slope that you were fighting to get up. So the best thing to do is to let it go. It's easier said than done, but I'm doing it. I'm here. I've done crack cocaine. I've done ecstasy pills. I've done snorting coke. I've smoked weed. I've drunk liquor. Those are all, to me, are drugs, something that you can become addicted to if you can't control your inner thinking. Your mind sometimes will challenge you to do other things when in naturality it's your body saying, no, this ain't for you. But your mind like, yes, it is. And the whole time it's really not. You can become addicted to something and your intentions weren't to become addicted. But it's out here. It happens. No one's perfect. Everyone's going to go through something, whether it be drugs, sex, money, anything. It's kind of like life, and you go through life trying to figure out what you are destined to do, what your passion is, what your dreams are, and sometimes people have to be reminded on how worthy they are, how strong they are. And it's so many people out here that has strengths that go unnoticed, and that leads them to maybe doing things that they shouldn't, like drugs, partying, getting that next high. Sometimes that high doesn't work, so they go on to the next best thing, and in the end, none of it is good for you. But you have to have faith in Him to get rid of that urge, to get rid of that feeling that tells you, oh, go do it, it's good, we're going to be high. No, it's a better way. It's got to be a better way. And if you have the support, if you don't have the support, you call on Jesus. You reach out to these communities, outreach programs. They have AAs, they have NAs, they have, all type of places and programs out here to help you get through your trials and tribulations. It's not picture perfect, but if you want help, you would do whatever it takes to go get help. Whether you're embarrassed or not. Sometimes you have to say, screw the rest. This is about me. It's about me. I want a better me. I want better in my life. I want better in my family life. I want better in my children's life. I want better within my home. I want better. I just want better. I feel that I can do better. And that's how I felt. I knew that I could do better. I knew that drugs were not for me. I knew that it was a feeling that sat inside me that told me, like, V, this ain't you. This ain't you. Look at you. Look how you carrying yourself. Look how you walking around looking. Because you do get to a point where you stop caring about your appearance. You stop caring about how you present yourself. You stop caring about what people feel and say and think. It's not until when you stop to do the right things is when you start caring about what people got to say, how they feel. And in reality, yes, it doesn't matter what the next say, but in reality it does, because you're listening to it. You hear it. You cannot not hear it. So my best advice to give to anyone out there that is on drugs or that is thinking about doing drugs or is trying to get off of drugs: get help, get support, reach out to someone, a sponsor, someone like myself that has been on drugs before, that has 12 years clean, that has ambition and goals and see better for myself as well as I see better for the next person that's addicted to drugs. No one's picture perfect, and don't let no one tell you different. Everybody has their own walks of life. Some choose to share it and some don't, So don't get discouraged because you feel like, oh my God, I'm on drugs, I'm about to lose my kids, this and that. No, if you want your breakthrough, you have to get up and you have to make better for yourself. You have to get up and you have to pray. You have to get up and keep fighting daily for your strengths. You have to tell the Lord that you got this. You have to tell the devil that you know you got this. You have to speak up for yourself, and you have to tell friends that are around you that this is not what I want. This is not what I want to be a part of. This is not the life that I'm trying to live. This is not the life that I'm trying to present for my children. So with that being said, you have to get up and you have to make it happen for yourself sometimes. You might not have support. The Lord might make it to where you don't have support. You got to get up and do it on your own. That's where your strength lies at. You have to keep fighting and keep going, and don't let no one tell you different, that you can't do it, because you can, because I did it. It's several others out there who has done it. So if you have been on drugs and you're clean and you want to tell your testimony and you want to share your story and you feel like by you sharing your story will uplift and help others, please take the time to drop it in the comment section, or even reach out to me so that I can get you on my show so that we can talk about it, so that you can share your your struggles, your triumphs, your testimony with the world, the people who are out here facing challenges daily, who just needs to hear words of encouragement. And that's what I'm here for. I'm here to give words of encouragement, to allow others that they can too keep going. You don't have to be afraid to reach out to someone else. It's okay. Some people judge and some people don't. But take that next step and be that rock, that strength, that person that you know that you fought all your life to become. And that's a drug-free person who stands on their 10 toes, who gets up daily, who makes it happen. Just like myself. I never gave up and I never will. I got 12 years clean. I got 8 years clean off ecstasy pills. I got 10 years clean off of coke, not 10 years clean off of coke, my apologies, 12 years off of coke, snorting coke, you know, every now and then, you gotta light up your herb because that does something different for you, but eventually that's the goal, is to quit. That is the goal, is to quit. Alcohol occasionally, but for the most part, the things that were bringing me completely down, that I had no control over, I let go. And that's okay to let go. Don't let no one tell you different, that you can't be who you want to be, and you can't stand up for yourself and be that person, clean and free and happy, blessed, thankful. I applaud myself daily, whether I have the support or not. I'm proud of me, and you should be too. So again, if you have any questions, comments, please take the time to drop them down. If you've ever been on drugs before, share your story. Let's talk about it. How did it make you feel? Who did it make you become? Let's talk about it. Let's talk. I'm Lady V. Peace.